All right. And Shift Alt Z. We are using Tobii eye tracking. Got a couple guys. If you have a Cotty team, I've been working on this. I downloaded their instructions and set it up. This is using Tobii eye tracking 5C, 4C. I guess 5's not working. First of all, I want to say that this is not eye tracking. It is head tracking. And they say you move your head, it's fine. It does nothing for your eyes looking around. I don't like the curves. Looks like they need to be adjusted. A little too sensitive. It is not as good as head tracking in VR with my Oculus Rift S, but it may be able to be adjusted in. If I play with it, who knows? It does work, as you can see, and I am using Tobii 4C to run this. I am not using my face cam. As you can see, I'm actually streaming with my face cam. So, like I say, a little too sensitive for my taste. Curves aren't right. I'm sure they can be adjusted. Don't know if they can be adjusted in game or we have to adjust the curve. You have to use several different programs to get this to work. And as you see, it is working. Have to use Tobii Eye Tracking 4C, the core program, of course. You have to use Tobii Game Hub. I don't really know why you need to use Tobii Game Hub, but they said to use it, so I installed it. You have to use FaceTrack No IR. You have to download, install that. They have an instruction sheet that's pretty straightforward. You can look it up on Google. Made by the Avocatis, Star Citizen, Tobii Eye Tracking. You can Google it. It's what I did. Pretty straightforward instructions. Can seem a little confusing, I guess, but it's really not that bad. Just follow their instructions. They give you point-by-point instructions, how to turn it on, make it work, how to set the game settings. It worked first time I did it. Didn't have to go back in and redo it, so it's really good set of instructions. Like I say, give credit where it's due. A couple of the Avocatis came up with this. Alright, unlike, you'll notice here, okay, when I'm in VR and my head tracking in my Oculus, when I turn my head and look at a different direction, I actually move in that direction. This you do not. You notice that I am not walking where I look. I'm just walking a straight line regardless, so there's a difference there, and that may be adjustable, I don't know. As of right now, though, face tracking is just walking in a straight line. You're not following your head movement at all. Like I say, a little too sensitive for my taste. Doesn't take much movement of your head. And I've already turned it down some. It was worse before. It was really bad. I think it needs more adjustment. However, it does work. And all I've done is walk around with it. I haven't done anything but walk around with it. So let's see where we're at here. Let's take a little ship out here if I can remember where to go. Get out of here. Like I say, it works. This is not where I want to be, obviously. Wrong ladder. And I am running on a widescreen, so for what it's worth, ultra wide, I am only running it at 1080p versus 1440, but that's because it's Star Citizen. And you know, it's just sucky frame rates regardless. It's just Star Citizen. Alright, but like I say, head tracking, it will work. I don't know, it's a little too sensitive. It's not going to work, I can tell you right now, it's not going to work. I don't think it'll work to control your gimbals. It might. I can control my gimbals with VR. Should be here. We'll just take it out for a spin. Like it's filled up. And no, this is on the PU. I have not downloaded the mess that is the PTU because I just don't want to mess with it. I'll wait till it hits the PU before I even look at it because I'm sorry, they just are not very impressive to me. Damn, I already forgot what damn. Alright, we'll try 3. It's usually on 3, so we'll try 3. Like I say, it's a little too sensitive. I have to tab out, open up the panel to change the curves. I don't really want to mess with that. I don't know that you can even do anything with the curves in this game. Let's see, head tracking, track IR, you'll see how that's set up. Faceware camera, calibrate. I don't think faceware, any of this stuff works. I do not think so. I think you have to do everything in the curves. Let's see if this is it. Yeah, I guessed right. Everything, I think you have to set the curves and face track no IR. I don't think the curves here work at all. Like I say, a little too sensitive, as you can see, for my taste. Everybody has different feels of what they like. It was really turned up really bad before as far as I was concerned, so I had to do a little adjustment. But I think it's just a little too sensitive. It's not as smooth as comfortable as it is in my headset. Oh, I did not start up. Voice attack. So let's do that real quick. I'll tab out. Let's see. Scroll down here. You can't see this, but I'm tabbed out. Starting voice attack. Come on, there it goes. Oh, something happened here with my visualizer. Why did it do that? They got really, really small. The hell. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, I know the joysticks are tiny. I don't know why it downscaled. I'm not gonna worry about it. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Take off.
Ascending. Retracting modules. Handing you the con.
Thank you. And please visit again.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, it's not the same as when I'm in VR. Definitely not that good. I'll just set the joysticks up here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it does work, just not the same. A little too sensitive, I think. Doesn't like to look down, as you notice. not near as enough like it does in VR. Left and that'd be pitch is not quite very good here. You see this, I cannot look down at my feet. Does work. Star map.
Activating now.
Like I say, it's would have to be a work in progress, I guess. Close star map.
Affirmative.
Yeah, it doesn't really like to stay centered. Definitely not superior. Definitely not quite as good as VR. Range. Yes, Oculus Rift head tracking in game is much better. Like I say, this is head tracking. It is not eye tracking, regardless though I'm using Tobii eye tracking 4C to run this. Like I say, just way too sensitive. Range.
Collecting data.
Not what I would call smooth either. I mean, not compared to my Rift. Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, way too sensitive. And as I said, you are limited in your range of motion, unlike in your Rift. It seems like left and right's alright. It's just that your yaw, but your pitch is not quite the same. And once again, it may be a matter of curves. If I played with the curves and track no IR, roll does work, I guess, as you can see. You can recenter. I'm recentered again now. I'm not sure. I could probably play with it and get it to my liking. Like I say, just a matter of messing with the curves and face track, no IR. Get them set properly. It does work if you have Tobii eye tracking. I do not use the face tracking that's built into the game. Never have, never will. One time I did try it. I really didn't like it. It was one jerky piece of junk. This is at least smooth. A little too sensitive, but it's very smooth. Very sensitive. Range.
Collecting data.
Jump.
Jumping.
I do have the field of view kicked all the way up for this resolution. As I said, this is an ultra screen, ultra wide screen, so. And I am only running it at 2580, 1080, although this screen does 1440p. It's just the Star Citizen and frame rates suck. And I can only stream to Twitch at 1080p anyway, so what difference does it make? Range.
Collecting data.
Yeah, a little too sensitive, but that's personal preference. Okay, let's see if we can. That might put us in the sun. Jump.
Jumping.
Yes, and I know my joysticks are tiny. I'm not tabbing out to fix it. I don't care. It's just we're just testing here. I have no idea why they downsized. They were full size when I started. Obviously, I hit a key combination that. Thing you have to admit is Star Citizen is kind of pretty. Runs like shit, but it's pretty. And I have no idea what the new flight model's like. As I said, I will not mess with Star Citizen CIG patches, PTU. I find the PTU a joke. Never works the same as the PU does, so I just got tired of wasting my time. I haven't downloaded a PTU patch in a long time. And yes, I can get in on the first wave. Whatever I like is just not worth it to me. Okay, you do get a widescreen is cool. This is a new monitor for me. My big 43-inch monitor went out. I decided to upgrade to ultra widescreen. I don't know if it's really an upgrade, as I really have less screen resolution. At the same resolution, I just have less real estate versus that really, really big monitor. However, this is widescreen, ultra widescreen. Never had one. It's a FreeSync monitor. It's a little Spectra, 35-inch diagonal. Recommended set for 35, whatever it is, 36, whatever it is, by 1440p. But I have it run at 2580, 1080p at the moment, just because it's Star Citizen and just squeezing frame rates out of it. Although I will admit it looks really good. And the head tracking, like I say, it is smooth. It's not, it's probably as smooth as what I have in VR. It's just a little too responsive. And as I said, that's just a matter of adjusting the curves to what you like. Other people may. But it is head tracking. It is not eye tracking. There is a difference. I use Toby, so I know the difference. And I am getting no eye tracking. I am getting full head tracking. But it is working. And from my memory, it works much better than the bullshit that CIG included for your space camera. Which you can see, I do not have the world's best recording camera. Just 1080p camera. It's nothing fancy. Maybe a $20 camera. So it's possible that the better your camera is, the better 6 units work. I don't know. I'll see. I say it does look nice here in Star Citizen. We're just over top of Davar, of course. Think about it, when you're in VR, when you're doing this over the ground, you get the sensation of a lot of speed. You just don't get that in Star Citizen on a flat screen. I prefer to run the game in VR. However, I've had some people ask me about Toby and Star Citizen. I was aware the Avocati's working on this, so I thought I would give it a try. And now I can tell everybody, yes, you can do it. Have to use a few different programs. Like I they say you have the core program for Toby 4C. You have to have the Game Hub program, and you have to have Face Track No IR, which I think costs you $4 here in the United States. If you can't afford that, you probably shouldn't be playing Star Citizen. And they have, you can Google it, they have a help guide. Like I say, I forget their name, but there are a couple of the avocados who put this together. And they had help with other avocados, but these two are the guys who wrote it, got it working. The main guys, give them credit where it's due, even if I don't remember their names off the top of my head. It's not my work, I'm just copying what they did. And like I say, it's, from what I remember, it's much better than the FaceWork camera. Little too sensitive for my taste. Out of the box, I've adjusted it once. It's much better than it was, but everybody's comfort zone is different. I will turn some of the curves down a little more. I don't want it quite as sensitive as it is. But I have to admit, it works just fine. Much better than what CIG gives you with face camera. I don't think, from last I know, Toby eye tracking 5 is not, they haven't got it working yet. But if you have Toby 4C, you can run face tracking with Star Citizen with Toby eye tracking 4C. Now, I don't know about the other Toby programs. I know when I set this up, 5 was not working. They said it wasn't working. They were working on it. They probably had their hands full trying to mess with what's on the PTU, so none of them are really working on it this time. But yeah, I could probably, I'm sure I could get this completely adjusted to my likings. Unlike, there's nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do with 6 program. It was just trying to make your camera, like I say, just kind of a comedy of mess ups. But yeah, this works. It's very smooth. There's no jerkiness except for my head. Like I say, a little too sensitive. But that's my taste, so. It obviously works. Don't seem to have the full range of motion I had in VR, but I do left and right, just not up and down. And that may be settings once again. One will just have to play with things. It's just not that important to me that I get this dialed in 100%. Like I say, I'm a VR person. I'm not a flat screen. Even though I have this monitor, I have it because some games I can't get to run in VR. Just can't do it. Most games I can, but there's some I can't. And Toby eye tracking in many games is fun, even if I can run them in VR. Sometimes I just like to use the Toby eye tracking because games like Tomb Raider, Breakpoint, Division 2, they're fun with Toby eye tracking. And I do not see that I have free stream chat turned on, and I could have swore I turned it on. head on back to the station. We know good enough. I can see that it works. I just don't want to have to, well, I could just die out. There's no reason for me to fly back. If I could just get up here and should go right back to where I belong by hitting backspace. Change view. Change view.
Roger that.
Let's do a little backspace. It's gonna work. I cannot die out. Is that what you're telling me? Huh. Change view.
Roger that.
Self-destruct initiated.
Change view.
Roger that.
And there's a good blow up for you. And we are back where we should be, I hope. Yep, we'll go down and respawn the ship. As I say, it works. So for you asking, I get Toby to work in Star Citizen? Yes, I can, with the help of a couple of avocados who came up with the way to get it running. I did not get it running. I just copied their instructions. I did what they said to do, and it works. There is a difference from VR head tracking, make no mistake about it, but I am sure this is a case that if I wanted to play with it, I could probably get it pretty comparable. Because it does seem to be pretty smooth compared to what SIGs offers. Now, whether I could run my gimbals off of it and all that stuff like I can do in VR, I don't know. I would have to try to make it work. Whether it will or not, I don't know. It should be destroyed, and I will claim it. Okay, there you have it. Toby eye tracking, 4C, working in Star Citizen. And we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for watching.